Latvia is a newly independent state bordering the former Soviet Union and the Baltic Sea. Riga is the capital of Latvia and has long been a busy year-round seaport and trade center located on the Daugava River. The strong and vibrant Latvian culture is rich in history. Recently, the country opened its doors, allowing U.S. citizens to adopt its orphans. That's where we come in. It's been less than a year since my wife and I made the decision to adopt, and now we find ourselves boarding a flight to Latvia. We scrambled to make the necessary connections to arrive in Riga for our court appearance on Monday, December 16th, 1996. We only got the call to go on the Thursday before. Now we are high above North America, heading out across the Atlantic, too revved up to sleep. There's a brief layover in Frankfurt, Germany. Stunned, we sit at the airport. The flight's been like riding in the back seat of a Volkswagen Beetle for 8 straight hours. Now we're off again. We board another plane for the final leg to Latvia. We look out at the thick clouds below and try to anticipate. At Riga Airport, we're herded like cattle into the passport control lanes. We are met by Anna, our coordinator for Adoptions Together. She tells us the weather has been mild. She drives us to our hotel, and we watch the grimly cold scenery slide by the car windows and wonder what awaits us. Anna is full of cheer and hope. In the midst of snow falling, we arrive at the Riga Radisson Inn, the first snow of the season in Riga. It's the newest hotel in the city and is opulent and, of course, expensive. Christmas decorations adorn the spacious lobby. I tipped the bellhop $5 for carrying our bags.
You can say this is brand new, so we opened this last year.
After unpacking, we crawl into the bed and try to nap before we go to the orphanage to see our children. Anna picks us up for the drive. Night comes early in this northern region. A lonely street leads us to the orphanage. The large facade is brightened by a Christmas tree, and inside we know there are children. The kids are lively and charming. We fall in love quickly and yearn to have them love us also. Sergei was found wandering the streets of Riga in the summer of 1995. No one knows his history, except that he was alone in the streets for at least 5 days. Four-year-old Artur's, Kip, was taken to the hospital by his mother when he got sick as a baby. She left him there, occasionally visiting. He was passed to several adoption agencies, eventually arriving at this one. We shelled out $100 to pay the overtime from Madam Director so we could visit with the kids before our court appearance. Then, all too quickly, our time is up, and we say goodbye. We return to the hotel for sleep. The Radisson serves a sumptuous breakfast buffet, but even with my appetite, I'm not able to eat enough to justify the $18 price. Irmgard eats the cereal for 6 smackers. Then we're met again by Anna, and we rush to our court date, only to be locked in bumper-to-bumper traffic. We anxiously wonder what will happen if we're late. But we arrive ahead of the judges, locked also in the traffic. Anna told us the court would ask these types of questions. Why do you want to adopt? If you both work, who will take care of the children? Do you know their medical history? What will their names be? Be prepared to make a statement to the court about what this adoption means to you. Anna leaves us to attend to another adopting couple, and we trudge through the snow to see the sights of this famous city. Nearby, we see a monument. Irmgard, who speaks Latvian, tells me it is the Freedom Monument. Winter trees flank the wide walkways. A crew busily shovels snow from the steps of the obelisk, and faintly, I think one of them tries to heave snow on the soldiers goose-stepping around it. We gaze across at a canal fingering through the city park. Soon it will be frozen. For American tourists, the golden arches of McDonald's beckons from the edifice of an old office building. We know these burgers cost more here after we exchange our American money for lats. Now we are equipped to march off and buy trinkets from the myriad appealing shops. A multitude of shops indicates that the city is booming, but few of the shops are well established. It is a new economy. Fresh paint adorns the faces of the enchanting old world structures, and they look well cared for, almost new. Then, as we make our way back to the hotel, we face a fierce, uncrossable stream of traffic and slush. We discover a walk tunnel buried beneath the streets that allows us to safely cross this busy road. A modern bridge stands out starkly as it spans the Daugava River. The old town of Riga has a familiar skyline. We look across at the old town, and I recognize features that were carved onto a wooden plate that graced our kitchen for many years. We are fortunate to have relatives here. Irmgard meets her half-sister Enta for the first time. We make one more trip to the orphanage. Irmgard carefully measures the boys and makes a cutout of their feet so that we can get clothes that fit them perfectly. Enta agrees to act as our tour guide. We take a tram during rush hour. I look around at the passengers and wonder what their day is like. I'm curious if we stand out like sore-thumb American tourists. When I look at the Latvians in the streets, I can't tell for sure that we as people look differently. We wear similar hats, and when it snows, we wear similar shoes. But there is something different about their faces. Who can tell if we blend in? We are the only people with cameras. We ride the tram to a large cemetery in the outskirts of town. To Latvians, this is a sacred place. During the Russian occupation, tombstones were toppled and graves vandalized. We enter the gate to the memorial park, and Irmgard points to the recently restored Latvian crest festooning the arcade. Silent crews reverently shovel snow from each grave site. We make our way back to the tram, and I visit a public toilet. I've heard that some latrines are so dark, you need a flashlight. One word of caution about tram tickets. No one on the tram collects them, so hang on to your stub. We saw one woman without a ticket forcibly taken off the tram by transit authorities and soldiers. Shop faces zip past as we smoothly glide along the trolley line. I find I continue to think what advice I could give to other tourists who want to blend in. Be careful about pictures. Irmgard and I were stopped by soldiers with machine guns for taking pictures of a policeman. We escaped the awesome price tag of dinner by dining at a cafeniche. Carved wooden toys beckon to shoppers, and Latvian pottery fills this store window. A park overlooks the center of town. We find children sliding toboggans down the fresh snow. Kids zip like missiles down an icy slope. Traffic flings wildly down some streets, and if you don't look before you cross, oncoming cars don't look either. Leaving Riga is like being in a dream. We board the flight home with uncertainties and hope. We wait the mandatory 20 days set by the court in Riga before we return to the orphanage. Anna meets us with a driver to ease our mad rush back to the airport. She is concerned also that we make a good impression by having new clothes for the children. I feel like I'm in a scene from Mission Impossible. As the boys strip the orphanage clothing and put on the stuff we brought, I empty 2 large suitcases filled with gifts and medicine and give these to Madam Director. The boys seem happy. It's a tight fit, but we all squeeze into the sedan. The trunk bulges with our luggage. But it's hurry up and wait. We're confused about which is our gate for the flight to Warsaw and the nearest American embassy. Finally, it's time for us to be airborne. We watch curiously as they nibble the delicacies provided by Lufthansa. Smoked fish is not my idea of kids' cuisine. We reach Warsaw, but unfortunately, we take the expensive cab to the hotel. The Holiday Inn accommodates children. The bellhop earns brownie points by entertaining the kids on the way to the room. Both boys enjoy that attention. The kids meticulously sift through the luggage, examining every article as we unpack. We catch a less expensive taxi this time, and we bustle through rush hour traffic to a photographer. We are all tired. The boys are in a daze. Neither Sergei or Kip are camera shy as they pose for their visa pictures. The shots are developed while we wait. After some difficulty, we finally locate Dr. Crook so she can diagnose the boys medically fit to enter the U.S., contradicting the medical report that allowed us to take them out of Latvia. We try unsuccessfully to get the children to sleep. We are all wound too tight. Sergei stares out the window for hours. Next day, we go to the American embassy to get the boys' visas processed. We're told the paperwork will be done later that day. We dine at the hotel buffet. I'm curious what the boys will eat. Mom and Dad eat plenty of what the kids don't like. Our last night in Warsaw, we decide to separate the 2 boys so they will sleep. But our flight is so early, we stress out and toss and turn. Lufthansa scores points by supplying the boys with toy airplanes on the hop to Frankfurt. We realize there's a 4-hour delay before we make our connection home. Sergei and Kip delight in the airport scenery and especially enjoy the moving sidewalk. This gives them lots of exercise as they relentlessly circle our section. At last, we take off on the final leg of our journey. We're met by wonderful friends welcoming us to American soil. This has been an incredible adventure. Now it's over, or should I say, now it's only just beginning.
Good boy.
Kim, drop.